Hello, I wanted to review or ring in the new year with a review of the 1998 Japanese original, Ringu. And I'm sorry if I butcher any of the Japanese names in this review. Ariashai. Okay, the film opens up to a typical teenager sleepover with Masami and Tamako watching a baseball game and telling scary urban legend stories. Masami tells of a story about a strange video that has been passed around, and if watched, you get a call saying that you will die in 7 days. Tamako says she has watched the video, kiddingly. Then the phone rings, only it's Tamako's mother, but then she is killed by mysterious force and turned into a photo negative. The film then moves to Ryuko's, a single mother, reporter, and Tamako's aunt, who is doing a report on the urban legend of the curse tape. And at Tamako's funeral, her school friends tell her that she died from watching the tapes like her friends, who she finds out has died in the Izu wooded area. She finds out in her research later. Ryuko then rents a cabin that they stayed in and borrows an unmarked VHS tape left behind. When she plays it, she sees something out of a YouTube Deep Web's video series, or tobacco music video. With a creepy phone call, exactly like the urban legend says. She then calls for help from her ex-husband Ryuji and father of their son Iochi. He is a professor who is interested in seeing the tape. After doing so, he too is cursed by the tape. So both are now invested in researching the tape, and the two get blurry-faced in photos, and they experience strange visions. Meanwhile, Reiko visits her father's house, where her son ends up watching the tapes, saying his cousin told him to. The next day, Reiko and Ryuji travel to the area where they believe the lady in the tape is discovered to have lived. They stay in an old house where is now a bed and breakfast run by her cousins. As they discover through a series of visions, and as it turns out, Ryuji's psychic? Shizuko is also psychic and predicted a volcano eruption in the area. Her cousin then sells her out to the newspaper, stirring up media attention. She grabs the attention of Dr. Ozuma, who experimented on Sadako, and fathered the child named Sadako. But Sadako's power of murdering people just with her mind was far too much for him, so he knocks her in the head and throws her down the well. She is still alive, but the ring being the last light she sees before being entombed in her watery grave. The couple believe that if they find Sadako's body, and give her the proper burial, the curse will be lifted. They find the well and take turns draining buckets of water out of the well until the body is found. Ryuko's days are officially up, and she finds Sadako's body in the well. And it seems as if the curse has been lifted. Right? Nope. Sadako comes for Ryuji as scheduled, and it appears as though he has had a heart attack, and he too is turned into a photo negative. Ryuko rightfully asks herself why she wasn't taken. Then she remembers that she copied the tape and gave it to Ryuji, one of the things she did differently with her ex-husband. She then has her son make a copy and rushes over to show anyone. Even her grandfather? Now wait a minute. The story is left open-ended as they are driving away, a never-ending cycle of people passing along the tape, spreading the curse. Now for my likes. The subtle imagery of the film was great compared to the remake, and this is probably due to its budget, kind of like a less is more approach to filmmaking. A lot of the fear that comes from the main character's anxiety over what will happen to her child as time gets closer to the end of the 7th day is what drives the film. Once again, I like the practical effects in the film and repeated imagery in the videos. Were all very unsettling. One thing I do have to say is that the original and the remake, the 2001 remake, I have to say that I do like both films, and it's rare. And now for my dislikes. Raiko definitely leaves her son alone for far too long during the film, but only cares about him when conflicted with Kurt's tape. Some of the scenes and other parts where Ryoji character is far too unlikable to care about before being struck down by Sadako. Like him slapping and hitting Raiko after being passed out for overexertion from pulling water out of the well.
Damn! Put your glasses back on.
Also, his psychic powers seem to come out of thin air. Was he concealing his psychic ability, then finally reveals it because of the necessary to move the plot forward? Or were his visions brought on by being cursed by the Sadako tape? Tell me what you think. What are your thoughts of the film? Did you like it? Did you like the American remake? And if you have any suggestions, film suggestions, reviews, just leave a comment in the comments below. And thanks for watching.